Black Box Productions.
What do y'all think about the Hassan Campbell, Derrick Williams thing, bro? Hey, I seen it so many times. I had to click on to a couple of thumbnails to get myself abreast with the situation. But I seen, Brandon, you don't know. You got to see him. It's a person. It's a person that be on YouTube doing videos and stuff. And then he got a cold story, a cold backdrop story, and he went through a lot apparently. And I don't know the whole story enough, but I've just seen other people make comments or hear him, make commentary about dude, and I've seen a little bit of what he's had to say on certain things. And he went through a situation with this dude that he met off the internet and went to link up with, and it's done gone viral, and a lot of people done weighed in on the situation, and I happened to tap into the Star report. Star was going, shout out to Star, he was going live last night, and they both called into his program at separate times and gave their perspective on the incident and gave their position as in regards to one another for the future. And it was just pretty entertaining. First, if you look at the actual raw footage, you're going to naturally, just as a real nigga, come away with a certain perspective like, oh, man, what the fuck? And then once you hear them both call in, definitely you try to give Hassan Campbell all the benefit of the doubt in the world, because he definitely makes an effort to present himself as a solid, strong, masculine, heterosexual male in public. Now, his backdrop of what he have experienced in his life has caused that to be challenged extremely, and then a lot of people will characterize him as overcompensating his masculinity in order to probably deflect away from what people automatically assume. So I don't know him well enough, or his history well enough, to even have my own personal opinion or assessment. This is just what I can see has been played out in the public. People are questioning his masculinity and his sexuality based on what he's experienced. And what he has been experienced has been, I have come abreast that he's been victimized from a young age. A lot of people say, and then he comes out to be so expressive as heterosexual. People question, like, okay, when did the victimization stop and when did the actual participation, where was a thin line? Because I think he was around his victimizer to quite an older age, and it's just you have to tap in, go listen to those stories to kind of catch up. But however, he's a pretty big personality on YouTube. He ended up meeting up with one of his YouTube followers. Shout out to the Blue Ridge Mob. He ended up, He ended up meeting up with one of his YouTube moderators on his chat page that's been supporting this movement and this program for quite some time. They met up for drinks somewhere, I believe in New York it was. Spent some time together getting buzzed, having wings, and then out of nowhere, a video picks up where they're in the middle of the streets in New York, and the dude Derrick Williams is apparently loaded like a motherfucker. He like being real touchy-feely with this dude on the camera, but the dude that's getting touched on is like holding the camera, recording all this, talking real tough to dude, and in the camera like telling me quit touching me. It's like a lot of threatening going on. It's drawn out. He kind of like pushed dude off of him, and dude wobbles and kind of falls. It's quite exaggerated because of the level of intoxication the dude seems to be up under. And it's just been played out. You have to go check it in, and it's just like, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been that much footage if there was any footage of it all. One commentary I will make. I find this questionable because Hassan explains the event as if he was so shocked that this dude had this type of behavior at the time he turned on his camera, because they had experienced this cool time. They was kicking it. He felt like they had bonded into brotherhood. And then he said dude got funny on him. And while he's on camera trying to put the dude on blast for touching on him and acting funny, he started questioning, why your fingernails like that, yo? So I'm like, damn, wait a minute. Now, if that's, how did you get to this point with dude. If his fingernails was an indication something wasn't right, how did you make it through all the cool bond in the brotherhood? Because he didn't just grow them fingernails when he got to touching on you. So that's the only thing that made me like go, because, you know, you have to be very careful, especially in public, the type of commentary you make about someone like Hassan Campbell, you know, because he did go through some what appears to be vicious stuff, and, you know, and you got to be careful. And then, you know, he's very avid that he's hetero, so, you know, I haven't done my research enough to say I agree or disagree with whatever position he's taking, but you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's bold enough to say somebody that was grown took advantage of him and he wasn't with it. But I do want to let you know I'm aware that other people say, even after beyond the time of, I don't know, Stockholm be involved. I ain't trying to judge nobody, my nigga, you feel me? But I know this. Dude, it wouldn't have lasted nowhere near that long or none of that for dude to get none of them uncomfortable. The first uncomfortable gesture, you supposed to make an adjustment that would never cause you to experience a second one, period, point blank. That's what I don't understand, bro. That's supposed to be just a natural reaction when you're uncomfortable. How are you allowing a man to cause you to be uncomfortable more than once, enough to where you got time to turn on camera? And was the views that big a deal? Oh, my mama, I'm just saying, like.
Neighborhood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Low, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.